Good afternoon, everybody. Madman coming at you here. It's Sunday. Not exactly sure the date, like October 11th or 12th, something like that. Anyways, my mileage is down. Oh, yeah, what am I doing? Sunday Strava stats. I got them written down. Because I can't look at my phone and record my phone at the same time. So yeah, Sunday Strava stats is what I'm fumbling to do today. Mileage was down this week after a huge week last week. Last week, I rode across the peninsula from home to almost to Merritt Island. I got near the coast and the weather was horrible. My sisters picked me up in a rental car. But anyways, the intention was to ride back after the vacation with the family, but the weather just never got any better, and I didn't want to spend another 3 days riding in the rain. So my sister was gracious enough to bring me all the way back home with my bike and everything. So, thanks, Kathy. You're the best. So, what I ended up for this week on Strava, I only did 84.34 miles. 50 of that was over on the East Coast with my nephew Wyatt, who's in the Scouts, and he needed a 50-mile ride to finish his cycling badge. He'd done a bunch of rides, a couple of 25s, a couple of 15s, and he needed one more ride. It was 50 miles, and we did that as a family. My sister, Wyatt's her grandson, Wyatt's father, Justin, who's Vicky's son, my nephew. Anyways, you don't know who any of these people are, unless you're one of them. I'm just babbling. Blah, blah, blah. So anyways, yeah, I did a little over 84 miles last week. Climbed 599 feet of elevation, not very much. For the year, that puts me up to 4,234 miles. So far this year, I've ridden... No. Sorry. I'm getting my scribbles mixed up. This week, I rode the bike 8 hours and 10 minutes. Anyways, and then like I said, yearly totals 4234, and so far this year I've climbed more than 81,000 feet of elevation, which is pretty amazing considering I live in the flattest state in the country. Of course, earlier this year I was riding across the country, made it as far as St. Augustine to Texas. One of these days, hopefully I can go out to Texas and finish that trip out to California. But for now, just going to continue pedaling around Central Florida where I live. And, yeah. You might see this video on TikTok. You might see it on YouTube. TikTok, I go by Madman Cycling. And on YouTube, I have a channel referred to as The Adventures of Madman. It used to be The Chronicles of Madman, but I recently changed it to The Adventures of Madman, because that's what I do. I go on adventures. Put up some really cool videos this week of the vacation with the family. A lot of good video coverage of the 50-mile bike ride with my nephew for Scouts. And a really good video I put up for the airboat ride that we did. I'd never done an airboat ride, and we went out as a family. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and one of the few times this past week on the east coast of Florida that it wasn't raining. So we dealt with a lot of rain, but we had a pool at the Airbnb, and when it wasn't thunder and lightning, the kids just loved being in the pool, so it was just good hanging with family. Anyways, that's enough rambling for this week. If you want to get into cycling, you can't afford a really decent shop quality bike, look on Marketplace. I hate Facebook, but Facebook Marketplace is a good place to find deals. The last several of my bicycles have come from Facebook Marketplace. A lot of people ask me, how do you have so much money for bicycles? I buy them used. Hope everybody has a great day.